happening, guys? Chris VA Travels. I'm about to visit Linlithgow Palace, birthplace of Mary Queen of Scots and her father King James V. Yeah, so I just pulled into the car park and I'm going to go in right through there to get my ticket. And it looks like a few other sites to visit. I'm not sure I'm going to have time, but I'll let you take a look. And it's 2 o'clock and they close at 4. So I've just got a couple hours, so I need to get moving. Pretty nice looking kirk.
Do you like to, in 5 minutes we need to go. So it's
And according to that, they're open until 5 p.m. and the tickets are £11. All right, let me go on in.
No.
And right across are the royal apartments in this block over here. It is thought to have been completed around 1490. Each one of these has a different pediment. And again, those little kind of arrow slits, I'm pretty sure that's what those were used for. Although it's kind of weird that they would have those overlooking the courtyard, but I'm pretty sure that's what those are for. The tiny chamber at the top may have been built for Margaret Tudor. That is the older sister of the infamous King Henry VIII. And yeah, and so she married King James IV, so obviously the father of King James V, and built it in 1503. Oh, this one, rose, it symbolized the union between Margaret Tudor and King James IV. Alright, so yeah, right across the way is the Great Hall, the triumphant royal entrance, and King James I, that would be the Scottish King James I, not the English King James I. He ordered this state-of-the-art new building built after the old royal manor of Linlithgow was devastated by fire in 1424. And I'm sure this would have looked nice back in the 1400s, but there's the central angel, and supposed to be bursting through the clouds and ascending into heaven. Cool. And they probably would have had statues right in there as well. And I would imagine maybe there's a stairway going up there, just judging by the shape of the windows. All right, over here, the north quarter, and this contained fine apartments and a long galley with views over the loch. And it says that Livingstone family mostly lived in these quarters. And at one time, King James VI had used this as a prison. Oh, check this out. So King Charles I visited in 1633, and they had wine flowing through flowing out of the fountain. King James V, they think, added the fountain in the 1530s. Guys chilling out up there. One of these heraldic lions. Very regal. Okay, yeah, so this drizzle is turning into a strong drizzle. Let me going up here, and plus I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. And there are birds in here. So check it out. All right, so here's Mary's birthplace. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, they've got it closed off. And obviously, fireplace. There would have been a few levels. Another fire. I don't know if that would have been another fireplace way up there. I guess that wouldn't have made sense. Okay, well, I can make out the picture of Mary of Guise holding little Mary Queen of Scots. And I guess that's King James V sitting down on the left. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll be able to look through that door and read the plaque. Oh, all right, so I thought I'd be escaping the rain, but I'm not. Ooh, oh, all right, so yeah, there she is right there, I would imagine. Mary spent the first 7 months of her life in these rooms. Used to have a green glazed floor. So fireplace they think was added in the 1540s. And this is a ladder window up here, pretty unique. And there's little sticks in there. They're kind of odd. I don't know if they have birds in there somehow. I don't know. Lock over here. Linlithgow lock. And yeah, we're on the outskirts of Edinburgh, maybe about 20 miles. I don't know how many kilometers that would be. Yeah. I'll just zoom in on this pediment. Again, and this is the one that symbolizes the Union of the Crowns. Looks like kind of a grand fireplace right up there. And obviously you see where the floor would have been. Oh, kind of a gable right there. So maybe that was kind of the original portion of the castle. Interesting. Another big fireplace. Bees were kept in baskets, sometimes set into the garden wall recesses, known as bee bowls. Alright, so that's what the royal garden would have looked like. And I guess it would have been right out back. Those beehives right there. And you see the lock back there, so I guess this would have been the royal garden. Oh, and there's a statue of Mary on the way out. I'll go visit that. Okay, you see where we're at right now. And King James IV used to host gatherings in this room. Alright, so right above number 11 was probably the Queen's Hall, and you see that big fireplace. And I guess, yeah, that would have been the Queen's Hall, maybe. Right above us. Right here, number 9, it says this is Margaret Tudor being attended to following the birth of King James V. Alright, so, yeah, castle in action. What's 14 up there? Tiny chamber, now known as Queen Margaret's Bower. That's the bower up there. And, yeah, so this would be April of 1512, right at the time of the birth of King James V. Amid the court's Easter celebrations. Alright, so the southwest tower, there we are on the corner. This corner tower connects the royal apartments with the chapel range. You see a door would have been right there. Another. Oh. Down in the basement it says there's stonework going back to the 1100s. Alright, this is going to look over the car park. On Mary's return, January of 1562, she had sent trumpeters to announce her arrival. She stayed here for 2 weeks, the longest time period since her childhood. Here we are right here. Kind of terraced, kind of sort of, but this is from the 1600s. '30s gate was added by King James V, and that's about the same time as the fountain out there. Kind of a small door right there. Here's the chapel. Okay, we're in the chapel. Yeah, you know, they would have had statues or something. Obviously a door right here, been closed off. But here's what it looked like. A wet picture of the chapel. And this would be the baptism of King James V. The priest wore sky blue robes embroidered with rays of sunshine. Right down here is a consecration cross. Over here. It doesn't say what that room is. I assume a prison. But right here it says 1579, Margaret Douglas, Countess of Arran, was imprisoned in the palace with 2 of her infant sons.
Think it's the right way?
Oh, closed off. I don't know the point of these little windows. Oh, alright. So, let me go read that plaque over there. Oh wow, check this out. I'm getting rain on the lens. Alright, let me walk over here. And does that say kitchen? Well, I guess a little bench right there. The court kitchen. Oh, through the doorway is the upper kitchen where staff created a lavish feast for serving to the royal court. It is currently closed for masonry repairs. Wow, that's a real tiny door. But yeah, okay, that sign says the court kitchen back there, so. And this is the Great Hall, okay. Oh wow, so check that out right there. And yeah, they're having quite a feast being served from right behind us. Check that out, pig right there. And they all have their big flasks. And check out the walls, all of this would have been painted on there. And the walls look a little different actually. But yeah. Okay, so kind of like urn type things going across. And it looks like the king would have sat down there, it appears. Yeah, it says number 1 down at the end, the king's table where he sat with his most favorite guest, lit by a large window and warmed by the huge 3-bay fireplace. So a huge 3-bay fireplace. Pretty cool. So you have to picture it in your mind. Oh, this is pretty cool. Showing how the drawbridge worked. Imagine the creaking and cranking of its mechanisms as porters on the floor above drew it up using ropes and pulleys. Wooden door right there. And there's another level up there. Okay, so just looking over the Great Hall. Once again, the 3-bay fireplace. Wonder what was up there. You see there where a door would have been, right up here. Alright, so this will take us up. Closer look at the pediment right there. Some ostrich feathers coming out of that crown. Yeah, see how all those kind of have sticks? Yeah, twigs and sticks in there. Oh, all right. Yeah, so obviously headed up the tower over here. Door, obviously, right over there. Okay, so we're at the top of the tower. I'm not gonna lean on this rail, I'll tell you that. Not sure I've been this way, but I feel like I might have seen everything. There's a fleur-de-lis right up there on top of that kind of parapet. I don't know what you call it. You see a water drain right there. It might be kind of more modern, but all right, so maybe it looks like they're looking out of the window for prayer. And there was a chapel organ that was installed in 1513. Experts think it was located in an organ loft where joist holes are still visible in the wall today. You hear the church bell. Climb the tower, continue top. All right, so we're at the southwest tower. Impressive views over the battlements and lock. Yeah, there's some swans out there. Rippling from the wind. If it wasn't windy, it looks like it'd be pretty calm. There's some people fishing over there. And lots of swans. Pretty much, yeah, same deal. Pretty cool, but yeah, obviously a little path leading over to that section. And that green stuff is like moss. It's actually pretty slippery. But check out this door. Look like bones, but as you see, they're pitcher handles. Pot handle, potsherds. Okay, so it looks like they were getting lead poisoning back then. Here's some lead conduit pipes. Obvious anchors. Over here, some onion-shaped wine bottles. Oh, a drug pot. Okay, I've seen that style bottle at some of the settlements in Virginia and Maryland. And it's got a name. It's not the Bellarmine jug, like they're calling it, but yeah, pretty cool. Interesting. A small bottle right there. Interesting. This is an eel spear. Do they have eels in the lock back there? Oh, and these are a dime a dozen. These colonial pipes, these tobacco pipes. I guess I shouldn't call them colonial pipes over here. And it looks like it's got the maker stamp on them. Green glaze floor tile. And it's got the initials IM. And it's thought to stand for King James IV and Margaret Tudor. A wax seal, little crest on it. I'm gonna have to zoom this in later, get a better look. Water pipes. And these are some more of those green glazed floor tiles from the King's Presence Chamber. They're not too green now, but... Oh, so on this day, April 14, 1579, Mary Queen of Scots' third husband, Lord Bothwell, dies at Dragsholm Castle. Wow, where he had been in prison since 1753. His body was exhumed several times and displayed in an open casket at, Frederiksborg Museum in Copenhagen. 1861, the artist painted Bothwell's mummified head. I'll see if I can find a picture of that online. But the church is open for about another half an hour. So let me go on up in there. I don't know if you can go in these outhouses, but and of course I've got to look at the statue of the Queen. Yeah, open till 1600 hours. Yeah, first of all, check out that stained glass window. Too bad it's not nice and sunny. The ladies were real nice coming in. They said I could film, and this just gives a brief history. A church has stood on the site for over 1,000 years. The earliest recorded mention of it would be by King David I. That would be in 1138. Oh, and he also had St. Giles Cathedral built there in Edinburgh. Okay, there's the stained glass window. I should tell you this is called St. Michael's Church. Nice model right here. Yeah, that's an interesting kind of steeple it's got on it.
Peace and harmony in his eyes, being where the needs of every part of his creation are met. Artists depict the enormity and extravagance of the universe in the confines of a window, albeit many meters high and several meters wide.
World War I memorial to those Royal Scots.
Wyville Thompson, the David Attenborough of his day, director of the first Challenger expedition, commissioned to map the ocean beds. A spouting whale.
Sir William Bailey. Oh wow, check out that stained glass window over there. And very impressive organ over here. Eagle on top of this orb. And I believe the orb is supposed to kind of represent Earth or the world, from what I understand. And you know each one of those panels is going to be telling a story. Yeah, take a look at this. Oh, I guess I'm allowed to walk over here. Oh, so fairly new. At least it was dedicated 1992. What is this? 1589. March something or other. Pretty impressive. I think this is the exit over here. Yeah, exit. Oh, cool gate right here. Yeah, alright. Kirkyard, I think they call it. Yeah, you're not going to be reading that. Jane Jameson. Okay, 1871. They have big headstones here. The graveyard I visited in Edinburgh. Same thing, real big headstones. Greek key going on over here, 1818. These aren't extremely old. Child's grave, maybe. Last name Dixon. Can't really make a date out on it. Okay. 1729. A skull and a hourglass. Did that fall off right there? Let's walk up here. Maybe these are older. They've got a walking trail down there. 1846. Great view on this typical Scottish day. John Roy. The Baird family over here. They passed away in the 1800s. Cool door back there. You see some flies buzzing around. And did they have a moat under there or something, perhaps? Check out that crest. Might give some information. It might say whether that's they had the drawbridge going down right there or something on these mounds. Yeah, I'm gonna go down and read that. Just cut all those back. Some interesting birds over here with the white breast are kind of penguin-shaped birds, and I think that they have a blue tail. Never seen that. Could imagine they probably had a fountain down there or something, maybe at one time. And let's go see who this is. Looks like that might be some sort of priest. Didn't look like it would be King James V or 4th or 6th. Oh, check that out. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Check these. I don't recognize that type of bird either. It's I don't think it's a crow or a raven. I don't know, maybe it is, but its head is kind of different. I'm no bird expert. Just never seen that type. Okay, it's over here. Let's see who this guy is. And I'm not sure you can access it. You'd have to go. There's stairs over there, but I don't see. Oh, you go through that little hallway. Anyway, I'm right here. And I don't see anything saying who that is. Has he got a fan in his hand? Looking down. A cloak on. George Dougal. I remember seeing the Dougal Stewart Monument over there on Calton Hill back in Edinburgh. So that tells what they are right there. Order of the Thistle, Order of the Golden Fleece, Order of St. Michael. Alright. A very fair palace. There it is, 1530, when King James V was doing the upgrades. King James V and Mary of Guise, French Catholic queen. And she was regent while baby King James VI was on the throne. There's the fountain right there while it was in use. There's a lock right there, a couple islands you see. We're on the south side. And it doesn't say what this house is. But, alright, here she is. Mary the Queen, Queen of Scots, who grew up in France, spoke French, or with a thick French accent, with that famous kind of hat thing that she wears, and that Elizabethan collar that was popular late 1500s. Maybe a Bible, a locked up Bible right there. Bows all going down. And yeah, executed by her rival queen, Elizabeth, cousin. I think they were second cousins, but yeah, Queen Elizabeth felt jealous because she is the great-granddaughter of Margaret Tudor, the older sister of King Henry VIII, daughter of Henry VII. So, all right, dancing and singing, having a good time, maybe reading some poetry, and all right, about to go inside. Statue was added in 2015, and okay, that's some thistle, it looks like, in her hand. Mary and husband Lord Darnley would play tennis, an early form of tennis. Looks like Guy Fawkes over here watching on. You see several balls on the ground. And it says they spent £12 on new balls. It's kind of random. Oh. Yeah, they made it to the tip top. How did I not? How did I not make it to that? But the broadside of the castle. Pleasurable pursuits. King James IV ordered the new royal apartments ahead of his marriage to the English Queen, Margaret Tudor. That would be in 1503. And yeah, remember the apartments were right over here. So I guess, yeah, the apartments looked over the gardens. All right, it's probably had some terraces going down right there to the lock. I would walk down to the lock, but I'm getting pretty wet. And there's kind of a walking trail down that way, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to walk that. Plus, they close here pretty soon. And it says they would do a lot of hawking and hunting, flying their hawks, probably falcons too. And talks again about playing tennis over there, where that modern lodge sits. All right, guys, I'm going to fight the rain and check that one last plaque that I saw down that might be talking about that moat. And wanted to say thanks to Seth, Patreon subscriber, for recommending this place. Glad I stopped by. I listened to an Audible book, 25 hours on Mary, Queen of Scots. Yeah, what a great view. Swan right there. Boat landing. And there's the two islands out there. And there it is being built from the ground up. Wow, yeah, that's some serious labor. And you see the wooden scaffolding, and these guys by hand, they couldn't find an ox to do that. King James VI, aka King James I, had the range rebuilt for his visit in 1617. I think that might have been the only time that he visited. And again, it says Charles, his son, stayed here at 1633, like I say, and that's when that fountain poured wine. Oh, all right, so I've got to go all the way around here. All right, well, and you would have thought I would have thought to bring an umbrella visiting Scotland, but yeah, didn't even think about it. Maybe I'll stop off tomorrow while I'm out and about and grab one. I think actually it's supposed to rain all week. Okay, so here are these mounds. That plaque should be over there. What type of tree is this, actually? Good picture of the front of it. All right, let's see what this says. It says Pleasure Palace again. Look at it. It was like, look at it. It was whitewashed. I guess it is a palace, a castle. Yeah. Wow. Looks great. Yeah. Whitewashed. And so there wasn't a moat outside, just kind of a ramp going up. And well, a little bit of a drawbridge type thing. I don't know what exactly those things are hanging down, but the crest was colored. You see there would have been a window there to the left. Let me just zoom in on that crest, and that's the same thing. It looks like that angel bursting out of the clouds of heaven. Fit for a king. Magnificent entrance was composed with a carved panel over the gateway displaying the royal arms surrounded by angels. So those things right there, they're called barbican or forework. Possibly top the turrets to reinforce and add a grandeur and strengthen the wall. Okay. Church bells going again. With that, I'm getting out of here, and this was a great find. Yeah, guys. I'll be in Stirling for 3 days, knocking out more sites. Stirling Castle, the big William Wallace monument, and maybe the Bannockburn Battlefield and Museum. So, getting out of here, like and subscribe. See you guys.